Hey guys, today we're talking about lesson 10.5 and we're covering line symmetry, and I'm actually on page 577. I was just gonna let you use the vocabulary on the last page to help yourself out, but we are gonna skip a few of the first activities. But just so we're all on the same page, a shape has line symmetry if it can be folded directly in half, so that the two halves match perfectly when you fold them over. Okay, so that's all we're looking for here, is if you were to fold them over exactly the way that they are, would they line up perfectly? Even if you're cutting it right in half, and there's the same amount on both sides, it's if it folds over on that line and they line up perfectly. So number 1 is an excellent example of this. Okay, number 1, is this a line of symmetry or not? Okay, if we were to fold this rectangle over along that line that's drawn, would it be symmetric? And the answer to that question is no. Does this rectangle have lines of symmetry? Yes, it does. But is this line right here a line of symmetry? No. If we folded it over, those two corners would not match up. That would not work out. So on number 1 here, we're going to put no. So we need to be really careful with our work here. Excuse me. All right, now look at number 2. If we were to fold that along that dotted line there, if we were to fold it right along that line and have those two corners match up, would they? And your answer there should be yes. Okay. Number 3, same thing, if you folded that in half. Now, something important to remember is if the shape itself would fold in half perfectly, but the design on the inside would not, then it is not a line of symmetry, okay? The design on the inside has to, and in this case it does. If you fold it over, those two eyes would match up and the mouth would match up. So I'm going to put yes for that one. That is a line of symmetry, and I'm looking at number 4. Is that blue dotted line a line of symmetry? If you folded that over with both halves match up perfectly, and you say no. All right, does that triangle have lines of symmetry? Yeah, it does. They just are not drawn. All right, so then let's look here on number 5. Is this blue line a line of symmetry? If you were to fold that in half, would it match up? You would definitely match up, yes. Okay, number 6, look where the line is drawn. Is that a line of symmetry? No. Does this shape have lines of symmetry? Yeah, it does, but this line is not, so I'm putting no. Number 7, same thing. Does this shape have lines of symmetry? Yep, it does, but it does not have one drawn right now. That one is not. If I folded that, it wouldn't match up, so no. And number 8, if I folded this in half, would it match up perfectly? My answer should be yes. So that is the extent of today's lesson. On your homework today, this is really a short one. On your homework today, though, you are going to be asked to, on number 5 and 6, to draw, and they have the grid there for you. So I should see really nice straight lines, and I should see that you have drawn exactly the same amount of lines away on each one of those other halves that you're drawing. It should look pretty perfect. Number 7, you do not have to do. On today's homework, 10.5, you've got to do numbers 2 through 6, and you can call it a day. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a good day.